Many things to say here. And if you can't hear the car, and you know what, I'm not even going to. Here's what I'm going to freaking do because this is my stream. It will not be dictated. If you can't hear the car, get over it, Buttercup. No, as a potential artist, an art, well, an artist, I should say, because I do make music, I do paintings, I do sculpting, I do a lot of things, whether it be a lot of it is off camera, but when are these artists, especially movie makers, when are these movie makers and these artists going to stand the fuck up and, the FCC has regulated TV since the 1990s, I think late 1990s, if I remember right. And the artists and the genre and stuff like that, such as freedom of expression. If you don't know your rights as far as, that comes as far as freedom of expression, do your freaking homework. I'm tired of these companies, these game companies, and some of these, movie makers. Oh, we got to bend the knee. We got to do it, this, that, and the other when they're trying to make, something sound, try to do right by making a good story, a compelling story. And then they get censored. There has been a lot of games in the past, I would say roughly around the time that the FCC started their bullshit, that a lot of game companies, a lot of artists are being censored. Me as an artist, okay, and you can take it or leave it, I don't care which. When I am designing music or if I'm going to be designing paintings and stuff like that, whether it be male or female form, I will do it how I see fit, when I see fit, and if you don't fucking like it, don't purchase it. I am going to be one of these artists right now. Right now. I mean, some of them are making a stand, but I'm going to make a stand right here and there. I am going to be one of these artists that are going to be like, no, I make my stuff for the Commonwealth, the majority of the people, not the seldom few of the people. I don't care whether it's female form. I don't care if it's animal form. I don't care if it's human, male form. It doesn't matter. And if there's nudity in it, oh freaking well, get the fuck over it. If I am painting something and there's nudity in it, that is a form of expression. Just like how women are adhered for their beauty, men are adhered by how much they've done. Why is it that people cannot get over the simple fact that art is a form of creativity, whether it be movies, music, painting, sculpting, what have you? When are these artists going to stand the fuck up for their rights as an artist and fucking say something? Stop sitting on your goddamn thumbs. And yeah, there has been a lot. I would include game companies too. Stop sitting on your goddamn thumbs because you have a voice. Have your voices heard. Don't sit in the shadows and wait for it to engulf you. If you are of a creative mindset and want to make change in the world, you have to speak. And right now, I am speaking, if not for the majority of the artists out there. There have been several games that were changed because of censorship. There have been several, TV shows that were changed because of censorship. What now? Is it going to be the sculpting era? Is it going to be the painting era that gets censored? I am, as a artistic person, am making a stand right here and now. I don't care who you are. I don't care what umbrella you fall under. I don't care what company you are under. If you find it or you see it offensive, don't fucking buy it. Do your homework before you buy it. And if you don't do your homework and you buy it, that's your own damn fucking problem. Like I said, it's not about the minority. It's about the majority. And the minority is not the majority. I mean, even in games, while I am just, this car that I designed is a freedom of expression. This is expression. I designed this car, the skin on this car, because I'm an artist. And it doesn't just go for professional artists, it goes for every artist. I don't care who you are, whether you're independent, individual, professional. Expression is expression. And yes, unfortunately, for those who don't know, that is one of the first amendments of the Constitution of the United States, the freedom of expression. Y'all need to fucking wake the fuck up. Y'all say you woke, and you fucking blind as a motherfucking goddamn bat. Modeling, whether it be, that's expression. If women want to show a little bit more, that's expression. Men want to show a little bit more, that's expression. What is it now? You're going to change the definition of expression in the dictionary too? Because you can't have your way? Can't have your cake and eat it too? Y'all stupid. Y'all dumb. And ignorant. I'm going to say all of you, but I'm pretty sure some of you have already been making a stand, but you know what? I can't really freaking say anymore because, it needs to be said, especially with, certain games. Tomb Raider being one of them. Skullgirls being another one of them. What's next? Lollipop Chainsaw. Let's see. Legacy of Kain. And it's not just the artists. I mean, the gamers need to fucking say something, or people who adhere art in any way, shape, or form need to stand up. It's a split and divide is what's happening, and these people want it. The more you stand up for crap, the less that split and divide there's going to be. People just need to accept art for what it is and get the heck over it. I don't care if you're building your bridge out of sticks. I don't care if you're building your bridge out of bricks. When it comes to artistic ability, you can freaking shove it. I might have people criticize my work, here and there, but you know what? It's critique. But when you are downplaying, that is a whole different story. And then you're going to have these people, oh, wait, downplaying. I don't know what the meaning of that. Yeah, you fucking do. Don't sit there and try to lie to me. Like you don't do anything freaking wrong. And these people know who they are. The cancel cults, I should call them the, oh, look, the CCP. Cancel Culture Populace. Cancer Culture Populace. These people, communist fucktards. And yeah, I'm going to call you freaking communist because right now that's what you're behaving like. And everything's swimming in hand. Facebook wanting your ID so they can identify who you are. So when you sign up for Facebook, they have a picture of your ID. Just like how the Nazis did it in Germany, where they wanted to see your papers to see who you were, where you were going, what you were up to. And it's no different from these cops using Facebook for stings. Wake the fuck up. Y'all dumb. And if you keep yourself private, you're good, but if you have to fork over an ID just to sign up for a Facebook page, or if you haven't yet, they'll probably be coming for you eventually. This is why I do not use TikTok. This is why I do not use Instagram. This is why I do not use Facebook. This is why I do not use all this other crap. And if there is somebody on Facebook that's using my name, well, it's probably somebody fake. Plain and simple. I do have a Twitter. I'm probably going to be leaving Twitch because everything on Twitch is becoming this agenda bullshit. I do not support anything, and this is on my Twitter page. I do not support any type of pronoun unless you are female or male. No matter how many times you say, well, gender is not sex, unfortunately, science has a way to disagree with you. You're not a doctor. You're not a scientist while saying this, because I don't see any real doctors or real scientists saying the latter. As far as, oh no, there's a whole freaking wide-ass umbrella. You're incorrect. You're pushing a culture onto people, just like how the Romans did with Christianity. You're no different than them. And it's too bad we don't have laws like we did back then. Because back then in history, if you committed heresy or anything like that, you were hung or put to death. Thank your lucky stars. You know, the thing is about history is so that we learn not to repeat it. Well, there is a certain people, amount of people out there, a group of people out there who are trying to repeat it. And there's an old saying: those who repeat the past, or those who relive the past, are doomed to repeat it. And here we are in the year of 2023, where people should be getting along, where people should be loving each other, instead of pinning this ideology and to be free. You know, it's like I said in my last video, and I do mean it. I hate to say it because not all LGBTQ members, are responsible, but I hate to say it for those who are part of that community. I have grown up in the World War II era with, the love and peace and the rainbows and all that stuff. Guess what? It's like I said in my last one. I am taking my colors back, make a new flag. That was a statement, and you're turning that statement into a hypocrisy. And take it for what it is. You can hate me for it. You can love me for standing up. But y'all need to realize, especially, people watching my streams, whatever. I don't care what nationality you are, whether you're Chinese, Russian, India, Turkey, Greece, France, Ukrainian. If you're a loving, genuine, kind person, you should be given that back. But if you're a douchebag and you're just a rightful dick, you get what you deserve. I don't care. It's called minding the fence. You want respect, you earn it. If you earn the respect, don't break it. Because if you break it, the respect that you earned, especially with other people, people are going to be looking at you in a different light. And if you break that, then people are not going to trust you anymore. People are not going to respond to you anymore. People are just going to hate you because you broke their trust, you broke their respect. It's called morals and ethics. It's something that society nowadays has failed to realize, or even pretty much not respect. I mean, you've got people out there who really, genuinely don't care. And it's because of that scenario. Because people want to throw everybody under the bus. that you're getting what you get today. Disrespectful assholes who should be slapped in the face. I mean, if they've had a past of being disrespected a lot or whatever, you know what? Sorry to hurt your feelings, Snowflake. But you know, if you did something to hurt your own freaking limelight, you deserve what you get. Whether it be, an athlete who is, doping up on steroids or anything like that, and people don't trust you anymore because you did that, and then, you're on their favorite football team, baseball team, whatever. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I am done about this rant because you know what? People are stupid. People are dumb. They need to be re-educated and shown the error of their way. And I wish I had some scientists and some really good doctors, that would, you know, contact me and be like, you know what, let's put a video together or something because these people need to be taught, and it's the really dumb ones who don't educate themselves enough that stick with that pattern. Now, do I think all people are? No, I do not think that all people are stupid. I do not think that all people are dumb, but I do think that a small majority of these people who are making these groups are. Because they are not well enough endowed to know the difference between gender, sex, artistic ability, creativity, skin color. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go on a little defense here. There are certain people out there, whether you be, I don't care what kind, it's going to go either way. Whether you be Asian, black, white, Mexican, there are going to be some of those individuals out there who don't like one another. That is a way of life. That is the way it has been for quite some time. No matter how many times you talk about peace, love, and happiness and all that bullcrap, some of them just don't want to hear it. Whether it be because they were wronged in the past by, or if they were brought up that way. But, it's the reconditioning to make themselves better, and they have to be willing to be reconditioned to get themselves out of what their parents taught them, what their schools have taught them, what their society, or whether they're living in a society or not that teaches them. To grab them, pull them out, and help them. But here's the catch 22. Because of society today, and because of those who are disrespectful, they do not want to help people. They do not want to put, any hope in anybody's eye. They do not want any hope whatsoever. They would rather disrespect people, call them names. Who gives a shit about the life, right? I mean, they're just pretty much a number to them at the end of the day because, well, if they're in the chat, they're content. If someone has a bad day, I have a depressing day, blah, blah, blah. I'll give a little bit of helping advice, but I'm not going to sit there and divulge, my whole time to help an individual. I will try to spark some wisdom one way or another, but this rhetoric of, I don't, you don't give a shit about me, I don't give a shit about you thing is what's leading to what's in society today. You could disbelieve it, you can believe it. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. But yeah, people need to stand up. People need to say something because people do have a voice, and if people don't share their opinions and their voice, they're going to continue to sit in the shadows, and the world is going to change, and the world is going to change into something they will not like. And when that happens, it'll be a little bit too late for anybody to say anything. So I'm asking those. I'm asking everyone. I'm asking all the artists, whether it be video games, whether it be sculptors, painters, anybody with a freedom of expression, models. I am asking whether it be male or female. I am asking, I need people to stand up. I need people to express their mind when it comes to how they feel, what they believe, what they believe in. I mean, whether it be like, well, I have no problem showing my body. I have no problems, being, you know, in an artistic pose. I have no problems being in a game and, being as it may, how it is. Leave it how it is. And the only thing is, these people who are doing these games, okay? Sure, some of them are using base models from real people, but the character design on most of those real people, and I'm probably going to be like getting a lot of backlash from this, but I don't care. I don't read my comments. I've stopped reading my comments. I don't. If you're going to be, those kind of people and be falsified and fake and try to troll me or whatever, I don't read those comments. So good luck with that. You can make all the comments you want. I'm not going to read them. But I mean, if they feel comfortable, in the limelight of freedom of expression, whether they put their quote unquote face on a game, bodies, some characters are nude. I mean, let's look at Cyberpunk. Let's look at Thief. There are several games. In GTA 5, that's all mocked up fantasy right there. How are you going to sit there and take like GTA 4? You're going to censor GTA 5 now? Yeah, that's probably not going to work over well, especially with Rockstar, $1 billion conglomerate. If I remember right, they tried to censor it once, and it didn't work out very well for them. They got a lot of backlash for it too, but then I digress. This is like 1990s or something like that when they tried to do that, and yeah, it never worked. We should be beyond all this bullshit. We have less freedoms when it comes to freedom of expression and the artistic ability for those who are making art, whether it be a digital form, canvas form, drawing form, because of the FCC and because of those who want to push this ideology. I mean, it's like my friend said, we have schools using litter boxes for people to use in schools. I'm sorry. Those schools need to go public and or private. You should not be having anything like that, especially with an adult present, with kids under the age of 18. And then you got doctors. Yeah, I'm gonna say doctors because now the age of smoking has went up from 18 to 21. They're going to do what they want to do. And let me make this perfectly clear. If they can find a way, especially a teenager, they will do it, whether it's behind your back or in front of your face. Whether it be smoking, drinking. Kids are going to be kids. They experiment. And if they get hurt out of it, that's a life lesson for them. If they can't learn a life lesson, then maybe the parents should step up and seek help instead of giving up. Maybe that's where it falls down to. Maybe it's on the parents because the parents just give up instead of teaching their kids right and wrong. Maybe it's society, and it wouldn't be society. Well, if you're talking parents, it'd be a conglomerate of families that can't teach their children from right from wrong. Know the difference from right and wrong. What happens if you are not taught right and wrong? I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some things that you cannot put a right and wrong tag onto because no matter how you twist it, especially when it comes to like court of law, stuff like that, I mean, judges can be so biased. I mean, they have an agenda, though they say they're minding defense. No, they don't mind defense. They have an agenda. They support whether it be Democrat or Republican or Independent, or whatever. They're supposed to mind the fence and shit like that, but they don't because you have an outburst and you say something and they disagree with your outburst. They throw it in your face and be like, that's an agenda. That's not being somebody who's minding the fence. That's having an agenda. Justice is blind, yes, I agree, but when you have an agenda, it makes it so much harder because the scales are tipped one way. Instead of hearing the full story, they presume to throw anybody and everybody. I mean, if you're a murderer, if you're a killer, if you're a rapist, if you're a sex offender, you should be thrown in jail, especially if there's proof. But there are some people, innocent people that are in jail still that never get their cases looked at again. That they don't even bother with. Because the city or county or whatever they're sitting in are getting their money. That's all that matters to them is greed and what they can get out of it. Yeah, the bigger spectrum is And the bigger picture that I've been saying for years is there is an ideology right now. We have the president who is not doing his job, who is, in fact, from what I understand, from what I've been reading, is in the process of being impeached. Because he is failing to do his job, and I'm talking about Sleepy Joe. And then you have this Black Lives Matter organization. I'm sorry, Black Lives Matter, but I'm going to tell you this right now. All lives matter. Your organization does not count because even black lives, yes, they do matter, but it's not the creme of the creme. It is the society as the whole. Whether you be black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all lives matter. I don't care who you are, what color you are. Your organization is crap. You are sitting there taking money from people. And not once, as far as I know, have you given back to the community. You've been sitting there buying houses, for Christ's sakes. For what? In white communities? Even though there are black people in white communities? Man, get the heck out of here. Because you want reparations for the 1600s? That shit's done. That shit's dead. It is over. Stop living in the past and start learning from the past to make it better. Money does not solve everything, and money does not grow on trees. Stop asking for handouts. Get a job. And do right by society. Stop thinking that you're in an everyday rut and that you can't do anything when you need to pick yourself up off of your butt and do the right thing. I mean, there's not much I can do. I'm on disability. I actually hurt myself at work quite severely. I have 6 slipped discs in my back that that would have to be replaced. Each one costing at least $7,000 a pop, plus doctor's expenses, evaluations. Thank God I ain't got to pay for medications because I'd really be ASOL. But I am intelligent enough. I am intelligent enough to know right from wrong. That part will never slip my mind. And I will not curve from that path. And I'm asking people of like abilities, whether it be artistic ability, filmmakers, whatever, to stop with the bent knee. Stand the hell up for who you are, for what you represent as a person, as a creative person, as an artist, to do what is right. Yeah. I think I am done with this rant because whether people listen to it or not, it's up to them. But I put it in the most simplest of terms instead of using big words because some people may not get the gist of it and they don't want to do the homework to look in the dictionary, and that's on them, what the word means. But it's the simplest of terms, it's the easiest of terms, and if you can't understand what I just spoke of, that's on you. I'm not going to reteach you the way of thinking, especially for easy layman terms. You should already learn that when you grew up. And that is your downfall. That is your sack to bear. When we talk about ideologies and Stoicism, and the only thing as far as ideologies, Stoicism, is what we create ourselves. And we are all guilty of it. Every single last one of us. And racism, that goes around the table too. You know, I'm not saying every race is racist or whatever. I know some people joke, that's fine, whatever, and just looking for clout, whatever. But no matter how you put it, everyone is guilty. And I don't care if it's a black person use the N word with the A at the end, meaning friend. It is still the same terminology, though you try to claim it as different as slang. It is not, from what you think, is not the same thing. But the words are coming out of your mouth are going to have a impact on people that you are saying it around and with. So if you have a white friend that you were saying that to, don't be surprised if you hear it back. Just saying. Because you are the one that's saying it. You are the one that's shoving it in people's faces. You get what you get, and that's called karma. Whether you want to realize it or not. You're saying it, other people are going to copy and dictate it. And if you get mad because you said it and can't remember you said it, don't get mad at them for saying it because you said it, because you can't remember. That's on you. And people just need to freaking get along. But yeah. As far as the rainbow colors for the LGBTQ, I stand by what I said. And as a person of the hippie generation, I take back my colors, and you go fuck yourself.